to my channel. I'm Nick and I'm so glad you could join me. I'm so excited about this month. We're in a brand new one, February, the month of love, and it also happens to be Black History Month as well. So if you're Black or you love somebody Black, make sure you represent by supporting Black businesses, you know, whether it's online, patroning their businesses for any of their products and things that they do, whether it's restaurants or products or whatever that may be. And if you know someone Black that you love, give them a hug and make sure that you're championing for them and just celebrating all that they are each and every day, right? Because Black History Month, it's not just a month, it's every day. And like I said, it's also the month of love because Valentine's Day is this month. And, you know, this month can bring a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, but it can also bring a little bit of uneasiness and a little loneliness and sadness for other people too. So I just kind of wanted to get into that a little bit just to kind of remind us about, you know, how we can turn Valentine's Day into something, you know, happy and joyous, even if you don't have a partner, right? So I am single. I don't have anyone that I'm dating currently, or I'm not in a relationship. But so for me, Valentine's Day will not be about romantic love or because I don't have that in my life right now, right? And I've learned to, because I've been single for some time, how to change that this holiday. I mean, first off, right, it's a pagan holiday, right? Like, we didn't make this up. It's what people have created to really for marketing, really for consumerism and all the other things that America is made up of, right? But I think that what you want to take from it, if you're going to find the silver lining in this kind of holiday, I think that you can take the idea of love, right? Because love is just a universal language, right? That's the thing that binds us all. And everyone can feel that, right? So I think if we look at it from that perspective and look at it from a love perspective, you don't necessarily have to have romantic love to have that. So, you know, I've turned that more into a self-love type of thing, right? Now, you should love yourself every day, obviously, just like we should celebrate Black History every day. But this month can be where you are really concentrating and being a little bit more intentional with giving yourself that self-care and that self-love. So there are several challenges that they have. I found one online, a journal challenge that I'll be doing each day. And it's kind of like, you know, just asking myself different prompts and questions about myself, whether that's my favorite thing about myself or, you know, what was something that I championed that I'm really proud of, you know, those type of things. And you can find them right on Google. Do a Google search, put self-love challenge, and they'll pull up several different types that you can choose from. So I think that that's one way to, you know, kind of turn that into something good, right? Also, if you don't want to join a challenge or do a journal prompt, you can also just find different things each day for the entire month that make you feel good, right? Whether that's something as simple as a walk, right? As simple as going outside and breathing. As simple as breathing, taking a moment, a pause in your day to really take 5 minutes to intentionally breathe and give yourself that time. So, you know, I really urge people to really not get so caught up in the romantic part and if you have a partner, because really and truly, I mean, come on now. You know, there's people who have partners, right? Because, you know, we can get caught up in these hashtag relationship goal type things and, you know, whatever they have on the social media, and people are posting their love and posting their relationships and their pictures with their boo and all that. And nothing's wrong with that, right? Like if you're in a healthy relationship and you want to share your love, I say good, because that gives people like me, you know, a good feeling about, you know, that relationships are possible and, you know, you can have healthy ones. But we know that there's lots of relationships that are not healthy. They're not the best. But on this day, everybody's putting on, right? Like putting on means, you know, acting for anyone who doesn't know what that is. But, you know, they're trying to put on a show for this day, and you can watch it depending on what kind of space you're in and really feel like you're in lack, you know. But like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic love, because you can have someone who's treating you and giving you these presents for this day and then treating you like garbage the next. So I mean, when you put it in that perspective, it's like, do you really just want to have someone to say you have somebody? And then on this day, why would I let, the fact that a lot of people are in dysfunctional relationships anyway. So I'm not going to like put myself under pressure for not having someone, when ultimately the best love that you could ever give is the love that you give to yourself. Not to mention, let's talk about all the different types of love that there's out there, right? I think there's such a focus on romantic love so often, partly because you've got these Disney movies that, especially women, we've been inundated with that since we were kids. That, you fall in love, you meet this prince, and you get married and live happily ever after. And I think that, that is kind of like gets ingrained in our spirit, in our fabric of who we are as we grow older. And then the world then tells you that you're nothing, I won't say nothing, but practically you need a man, or people look at you like there's something wrong with you. So all of those things contribute to you feeling like, wow, like on this holiday of all holidays, I'm by myself. It kind of just hits a little different. But, if you can look at all the other types of love that there are, that are sometimes even stronger than maybe some of the romantic relationships you might have had in your life, you'll see that you have still so much quality in those other relationships. So, when we talk about those other types of relationships, like friendships, you can have a great deal of love in your friendships. Those are people that you can call on, that you can depend upon, who support you, who are there to listen to you when you're going through tough times, or celebrate you when you're going through things that are great. Those are just, some of the ways that, friendships can give you that same, I won't say same because it's not romantic, but they can still fill your bucket in that way. So you won't feel in lack, right? The whole point is about connection, right? That's how love is built, through connecting with other people. And you don't have to have a man or a female, in order for you to feel that love from another human being. So, so like I said, maybe instead of, going out for a romantic dinner, since you don't have a partner, maybe you can think of the way that you and your girlfriends can get together. Maybe have Valentines Day like they have now, right? Which is when women friends who are single get together and go out. So it's no more sitting in the house with a gallon of ice cream and eating Oreos because you don't got no man, and crying your eyes out and watching sad movies like Love Jones, which I do love. That's my movie. But I won't be doing the Love Jones on Valentine's Day like I have when I was younger, like, oh, feeling sad and stuff. Because ultimately, like I said, love can be found in so many different ways and can be shown in so many different ways. So maybe, it's as simple as telling the people that are not, your partner, or if you don't have one, telling your friends, telling your family, doing something nice for someone else. Volunteering your time so you can show love to your community or give back to your community. Maybe calling a friend who, has small children and no help, and, lending your time that way. I think there's just so many different ways that we can show love to people instead of just waiting for the one day to kind of make it about romantic love, right? So, it's just a reminder to not really get caught up in the hoopla, get caught up in the hype, and really just take that time to celebrate yourself first, and really just celebrate the people that give you that love, that fill your bucket in your life, right? And not get caught up in that whole, consumer part and the media, social media part of Valentine's Day. There's so many other ways that you can celebrate it. And like I said, just take a moment, like, write down some things that make you feel good, right? Maybe you need to reconnect with yourself because you've been running on fumes for the last month or two, or even since the year began, Maybe you need to take a pause and really just ask yourself, what makes me happy? What makes me feel loved? What could I be doing more for myself to really feel more whole? What are some things that I need to practice more? What are some habits that I need to continue that will help me feel better, not just, inside out, right? And then get around people who make you feel good, feel good for your soul. That's really, really important for us to do, to recognize the people in our life who really come through for us and who really make us feel whole, and we feel comfortable, we feel safe around them. That's such a blessing to have, and spend more time with those kind of people, right? So, like I said, I hope that this holiday doesn't bring you any strife or anxiety. And if it does, be gentle with yourself, right? Don't don't be mean to yourself. Don't beat yourself up if a relationship didn't work out. Sometimes, some people may be just going through breakups right around now, so it can hit a little harder because you've lost someone that was important to you. But ultimately, just, don't let yourself feel, but don't linger in it, because, life is full of relationships. And, just as that one ended, another one can begin, and you can find love again. There's still hope for you meeting someone who can pour into you in all the ways that you deserve and that you need. And until that moment comes, where that person comes, continue to feel and pour into yourself. Whether you pray, meditate, take a moment of silence, listen to a sermon, read a good book, whatever it takes for you to feel good and feel comfortable with yourself, that's what you need to do, right? Because ultimately, not ultimately, but sometimes people don't realize, like, we get into relationships and we're so good at trying to love other people, but we're really not doing a good job of loving ourselves. And then that also helps us attract people who really don't love us the best either. So one way that you can attract more, attract better, is by, doing the things that really honor you and that make you feel whole by yourself. So that way, when you get with someone, it's not them being this other part that completes you. You're already complete. And that person's just complementing your life. That person's just, making the days just a little bit sweeter, but it's not your end all be all, that you can still exist without this other person. That if they're not around, your day doesn't just fall apart. And that's really important, to be strong within yourself, right? So yeah, y'all, I hope you're going to do something fun. If you got a man, put your little sexy thing on, put it on him. And if you do, like I said, if you do have a partner, make sure you're taking care of that person. Make sure you're showering them too. I know they say Valentine's Day is for the ladies, but I am a proponent and not leaving the men out. You need to make sure that they're feeling valued and honored and appreciated too. Men go through so much of, being the providers and being the supporters and being the backbone of the family, sometimes that they kind of get the short end of the stick on these type of holidays. I don't believe that it should be one person getting the showering and other person shouldn't. I feel like if you love that person and they make you feel good and they're good to you, that you show them that you appreciate them, right? You got to give people their flowers while they can smell them, right? What you gonna wait till someone feels unappreciated and they go do something stupid? Now you mad, right? Don't be mad. Don't be mad. But just give people while you have the opportunity to. So for all my lovers out there, I hope y'all have a wonderful, do everything I would do, okay? And then some, right? Make sure you enjoy that day. And also remember that Valentine's Day could be every day. It could be as simple as a candy, that your partner's favorite candy. It could be as simple as a little note that you stick into their bag, just saying, I love you and dinner was good last night. Like, there's so many ways that don't have to be over the top. I think sometimes people feel like it has to be some grandiose type of show of love, right? Simple things mean the most, because those are the things that really stick with, others. So, shower that person, show them you love them, tell them you love them. For our single people, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're spending time with people who make you feel good about yourself and who love you for who you are. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will catch up with you next time. Till then, bye.